And some weeks we'll probably end up streaming a little bit more than that. Like with the last few days.
Toke, Elf should be ready for invite.
Okay. Yo, yo. Thank you, Mary, for the retweet. Druid's Curse. Hey, welcome viewers. Thanks for stopping by. We're up to 6. I think that's a record.
Yay, 6 viewers. Woo.
We're in Druid's Curse at the moment. Quest I've always really enjoyed. Has a good flavor to it, good feel. Pretty varied set of mobs overall for what it is. And it's a little bit more challenging than the rest of the chain too. Would like to see a little better loot, but can't have it all. Oh, he's talking about Divine Grace.
Who's talking about Divine Grace?
Smack. DG, Divine Grace. I figured it out.
Ah. He was saying GD.
Oh. That's it. We have a guildie that was asking about what GD was earlier tonight, and I was all confused. Apparently he meant Divine Grace. And yes, for anyone that hasn't heard, Divine Grace is going to be nerfed a little bit at some point, so that it's based on the number of Paladin levels that you have, how much of a saves bonus you get. So you'll probably need at least 3 or 4 Paladin levels in order to get a really big benefit from it, although 2 Paladin levels I believe will still give a +8 bonus to your saves, if you've got at least a +8 Charisma. But 3 or 4 Paladin levels is really worth looking into, even on casters in the future, because of a lot of the changes to the enhancement trees, being able to get the defensive stance at level 3 instead of level 6 like before, all of that sort of thing. And on a Sork, you're probably going to want at least 3 or 4 levels anyway, because you're going to have a ton of charisma available to you, so you'll want to fill up as much of that as you can, especially for Epic Elite Orchard, where the required saves are ridiculous.
I don't see that really being too much of a problem for how I build my tunes. At least for my Monkshire build that I'm planning, the Divine Grace.
Yeah.
being available at 2 levels of Paladin for 8 saves will be plenty.
Yeah, it's hit or miss. It just depends on the builds. Yeah, if you're running over a 26 charisma on your 18 rogue 2 paladin, you'll probably want to look into having a little bit more if it doesn't kill the rest of the build too much.
Optional up.
Ooh, see if we get some ivy hand wraps. I'd like a pair of those, just to say I have them. We have a guildie. We have a guildie we run with that pulled a set of epic elite ivy wraps and tried to give them away. Because she usually doesn't keep stuff unless she knows she's gonna use it. And we told her to keep them. That she had to keep them because they were pretty hard to find. And really good if you're running a pure monk. Or something similar.
No love for Can't Touch.
All inventory slots are full. Oh.
Nice, Elfin.
Elfin got the ivy wraps, sweet. Yeah, these are really good. 3 to 24 force bleeding damage. Vampirism is amazing with the attack speed of a monk. And then spiked for the piercing damage. It's fantastic. And the toxic proc's not too bad either.
Yeah, if you have those wraps on, you can bypass any sort of damage-based battle damage reduction, like
Bludgeoning, piercing,
bypass
slashing.
bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing on a pure monk with Vorpal fists.
Or really with a monk of 12 levels or higher. Yeah, well, high level rogue based assassin builds are definitely looking like they're going to be a lot better too. With update 23 between sneak attack being boosted by melee power, and also look into the new Harper tree that's coming out. Either if you're VIP or as an unlockable enhancement somewhere down the road. Probably update 24.
Yeah, for 24 it'll be unlockable, but for 23 it will not.
Because that will give melee power and give you int to hit and damage, all of that sort of stuff.
Scratch butter.
Yeah.
Oh. You got the heroic one?
So the Harper tree is a new enhancement tree that's coming out with update 23 as a VIP only tree at first, and then it will later be unlockable with most likely Harper favor.
Oh.
That gives int to hit and damage, additional melee power, and some spellcasting boosts, among other things. The entire tree is built around int. It gives, I want to say it gives +4 to intelligence throughout the tree between the core enhancements and the level ups. I'm going off the top of my head here, so I might be a little off, but I believe that's the case. I got turned around while I'm talking. Oh, let's see.
The guy that lent me the DR Breaker and Shroud earlier just sent me a tell finally.
Cool. Well, we're almost done with this. Can get that back to him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they originally weren't going to release it for favor, but there was a lot of feedback saying that there should be a way to unlock it since it's just an enhancement tree and not a full class.
And because it's Harper?
Right, which we're expecting to see more Harper-based quests coming down the road as well. It's very likely that Anarok Desert, when they do eventually release it, will be Harper favor. Because it fits in pretty well with the Harper theme. It would have been nice to see the Anarok Desert as part of the second expansion, for sure. We got a lot more than people realize with the second expansion, but it wasn't as good as the first one, for sure. I have to say though, between the sagas and how good Welloon and Stormhorns are on XP, especially through a Mirror Darkly and what goes up, and I'm gonna die because I'm Earthquake, I can't move. There we go. It's definitely worth picking up the expansion. I would find it annoying to farm more than 1 or 2 epic lives at a time without TRing down to either 1 or 15 if I did not have Welloon and Stormhorns available to me. Certainly possible, but wouldn't recommend it. We call this Druid spell leg. All the wild shaping and auras and earthquakes and whatnot tend to cause most people a little bit of lag.
Not me.
Wow, that's a shocker.
Yeah, I'm moving around just fine today.
Just a little choppy. Nothing bad. I can still spam spells fine. And there's the Druid's chain. We're going to be live for at least one more chain for High Road here. Not as far as I heard. Pretty much just as soon as everything's working, Lily will be back on. I bet she'll probably be off her TR timer by the time she gets back in, though. Nothing good from this end reward list. I suppose the Wall of Wood is okay at level 15, but nothing fancy. And now High Road. Great XP out on the High Road.